The Sony A7V is shaping up to be one of the most aggressively engineered hybrid cameras Sony has ever produced. It marches into the 2025 camera world with the confidence of a true flagship, yet Sony has kept the price within reach for professionals, hobbyists, wildlife shooters, sports photographers, and fast-action creators who want extreme performance without jumping to the cost of the Alpha 1 or Alpha 12. At its core lies a newly redesigned 33-megapixel partially stacked sensor, a dramatic evolution that brings new levels of speed, tonal accuracy, and responsiveness far beyond what the A7 IV was ever capable of delivering. Early insider reports suggest that this sensor isn't just about resolving power, it's about raw, dynamic speed. The A7V is expected to shoot an incredible 30 frames per second in full 14-bit RAW while still maintaining excellent rolling shutter behavior, lower ISO noise, and rich color depth even during chaotic subjects like birds in flight or athletes sprinting toward the goal. This speed is amplified by Sony's next-generation autofocus engine, which processes AF data 60 times per second using the same advanced AI processor found in the ultra-premium Sony A12. This transforms the A7V into a predictive powerhouse capable of understanding subject direction, head position, distance, and even subtle environmental changes. For wildlife shooters, motorsport photographers, documentary creators, or anyone who relies on split-second tracking accuracy, this is a major leap forward. One of the most exciting features finally making its way into this series is pre-capture. Previously reserved for Sony's most expensive cameras, pre-capture continuously buffers images before you fully press the shutter button. That means even if your reflexes lag behind a bird launching into the air or a basketball leaving a player's hand, the A7V saves the moment you would have otherwise missed. For action photographers, this eliminates a decade-long reliance on guesswork and timing strategies. Of course, Sony has implemented a few strategic limitations to protect its flagship lineup. The 30 FPS 14-bit RAW mode is incredibly fast, but the buffer won't be as deep as the Alpha. Long bursts may eventually slow unless you're using the fastest SFEX-press-grade SD cards. Even so, for real-world wildlife and sports scenarios, the A7V's burst performance will be more than enough, especially with Sony's improved heat management and sensor readout system designed to maintain high speed without thermal throttling. One area creators continue to debate is Sony's ongoing refusal to include OpenGate recording. Since OpenGate is software unlocked on other brands, many filmmakers hope Sony will eventually enable it through a firmware update. But for now, the A7V still omits it, clearly maintaining separation from the FX series and the A1A12 in the video department. Even without OpenGate, the A7V delivers impressive video capabilities, 4K 60 FPS with no crop, oversampled footage, improved rolling shutter, strong thermal resistance, and Sony's much-loved 8-stop IBIS system. Handheld shooters will immediately notice smoother telephoto shots, more stable footage, and consistent performance in tough environments like forests, stadiums, and unpredictable wildlife locations. The body design closely resembles the A7RV, offering a familiar grip and refined ergonomics. The 3.2-inch free-angle tilting touchscreen has been upgraded. The EVF now reaches 5.6 million dots for sharper viewing, and Sony has finally removed the outdated micro USB port. In its place are dual USB-C ports for faster transfer, charging, and tethering options. The A7V includes dual SDUHS2 SFEX Type A hybrid slots, giving hybrid shooters speed without forcing them to buy the more expensive Type B ecosystem. Sony has also removed the controversial C5 button, which may disappoint some customization-heavy users. But improvements to the interface and touchscreen responsiveness help smooth out that loss. Competition in this tier is fierce. Canon's R6 Mark III reaches 40 FPS, but only delivers 12-bit, giving Sony a major edge for creators who depend on color accuracy and deep post-processing flexibility. Fujifilm's X-H2S hits incredible burst speeds, but can't match Sony's full-frame low-light performance, color depth, or next-gen AI autofocus system. With a price hovering around $3,000, the Sony A7V hits an astonishing sweet spot. Especially since Sony plans to open pre-orders on December 22nd, with limited units shipping before Christmas. To complement the A7V, Sony is also preparing 3 new lenses. A professional grade 100 to 400 mm f4GM built for wildlife shooters, a more affordable 100 to 400 mm G lens with variable aperture, and an ultra-wide f2.0 GM zoom designed for landscapes, astrophotography, vlogging, and cinematic wide-angle work. Together, these lenses reinforce Sony's commitment to giving creators top-tier performance without forcing them into flagship-level pricing. In the end, the Sony A7V emerges as a hybrid camera built for creators who want flagship power at nearly half the cost. Its combination of blistering speed, pre-capture technology, next-level autofocus, powerful stabilization, upgraded EVF, and smart thermal design firmly positions it as one of the most exciting all-round cameras of 2025, whether Sony eventually unlocks open gate or not. The A7V pushes the A7 series into a new era, one where wildlife shooters, sports photographers, filmmakers, and hybrid creators at every level can finally access elite-tier performance in a surprisingly attainable package.